Vouching objectives. Number one, to ascertain that all transactions connected with business have been recorded in books and nothing has been left unrecorded. Next, to ensure that no transaction unconnected with business have been recorded and no extra item have no concern with the business have been included. Next, to examine to that all the entries for transactions which are authorized are genuine and supported by the documentary evidences. According to Spicer and Pegler, one of the principal objects of vouching is to ascertain not only that money has actually been paid away by the business but that the payment has been made in respect of a transaction related to the business. Vouching is the backbone of the auditing or the essence of the auditing, said by the De Paula, because number one, first and basic step of auditing. Vouching is the first step in auditing because the authenticity of entries made in the account books is verified by it. A routine check only reveals the arithmetical accuracy of accounts. It does not shed light on whether entries are relevant to the business or made by the unauthorized person. Only vouching does this. Next, certifies authenticity of all transactions. Vouching certifies that all transactions pertaining of the financial year have been recorded and nothing have been left out. It ensures that transactions recorded in the books of accounts are relevant to the business, correct in amount, and made by the authorized person only. Next, help detect fraud and malpractice. Vouching helps the auditor to reach the source and certify whether the recorded entry is correct and relevant, which helps in pinpointing malpractice and fraud. Without vouching, frauds committed by the employees can go completely undetected. Case Armitage versus Brewer note. Justice Talbot held that the voucher of petty cases relating to wages had not been vouched, as a result of which the auditor could not detect a fraud committed by an employee. The auditor had to pay a fine of 1259 yen for negligence. This case proves that routine checking should never replace vouching. Next, foundation of auditing process. The report of an auditor is based on the examination of books of accounts, and examination of books is based on the available vouchers on the basis of which books are written. Therefore, in manner, vouching is the basic foundation of auditing process. Next, auditing without vouching is meaningless. If vouching has not been done properly, then the correctness and accuracy and truthfulness of the audit cannot be relied upon. Such an audit is pointless and will not succeed. Auditing without vouching is like a building without a foundation which can fall onto the ground any moment. Next, vouching enjoys some importance as backbone in human body. The structure of human body is able to stand due to backbone only. If the backbone is weak or broken, it has devastating effect on the human body. If vouching is weak, the entire audit becomes unreliable. If vouching is strong, the audit stands firm and correct. Opinion of De Paula. To assert the importance of vouching, De Paula said, vouching is the very essence of auditing. The whole success of an audit depends upon the intelligence and thoroughness with which this part of the work is done. Next, opinion of Lancaster. It should be realized, however, that the very nature of vouching renders it a practically indispensable phase of every audit, that where curtailment of auditors' duties in the direction is contemplated, the risk that may be incurred should not be overlooked. Next, confirms the true profit and loss. The main aim of the auditing is to report client whether the P&L account shows true profit and loss of the year and whether balance sheet depicts the true financial state of business. Next, vouching as an important other task. Routine checking should never replace vouching. Vouching is important as any other task. Vouching of the credit side of the cash book. While examining the authenticity and correctness of any payment made, it is essential to have evidence of the payment have been made. The auditor should pay special attention to the following while making vouching payments. Number one, authenticity of payments. Explain it yourself in your words. Next, payment to proper person. Next, payment being duly authorized. Next, amount paid being correct. Next, proper voucher. Next, revenge stamp on voucher. Next, payment being related to business. Next, date and year of voucher. Next, due date of payment. Next, legality of payment. Next, proper record. The important items of the payment side. Number 1, cash purchase. Cash purchases are the primarily checked by the tallying the purchases with the cash memos which are received from the sellers. Vouchers such as cash memos, received books, cash book. Next, payment to the creditors. Vouching for the payment to creditors should be done by checking the receipts of such payments. The auditor must also check whether the payment to the creditors have been duly authorized and have been made to the person who is legally competent to it. Next, payment of salary. Check salary registers. Next, verify employee signatures. Next, check appointment letters. Next heading, payment of wages. Verify wage sheet and to ensure no dummy workers. Next, it checks the authorization. Next, it compare with the cash book. Next, payment of rent. It examine rent agreement. It check rent receipts. Next, it verifies in cash book. Payment of dividend. Check shareholders approval. It verifies dividends warrants. It compare with the dividend account. Purchase of land and building. The purchase of land building can be two types. The land of building purchase can be freehold. In the case of ownership of the property, passes on to the buyer on the payment of agreed price of the property for a specified number of years. In first case, ownership is transferred by a sale deed, whereas ownership of leasehold property is transferred by lease deed. The auditor should check the relevant deed and the authenticity of the letter. Purchase of investments. Investments are purchased through brokers. While vouching and such purchases, the auditor must examine the brought notice and the receipt of the such payment made. In such payments has been made through bank. Next, purchase of patent and copyright. Patent is granted by law to the inventor or discoverer to sell the right of manufacture the product invented to a third party. Copyright is the same as patent, but it applies not to the product but something that is written, for example book or treatise. Next, interest on loans and debentures. All loans without from the bank or any other source carry a certain amount of interest which has to be paid. To vouch the interest paid on loans, the receipt for the payment of interest and other terms of the loan need to be examined. Next, payment of rent. While vouching the payment of rent, the auditor should tally the entries in the rent account with the cash book and the rent receipts to ensure that the payment records are authentic. Next, payment of dividend. To vouch the payment of dividend, the auditor needs to check the cash book and dividend account to ascertain the authenticity of the dividend payment. Next, payment of commission. Next, payment of travelling expense. Next, payment of preliminary expense. Next, payment to bonus to staff. Next, director's fees. Next, payment under hire and purchase installments. Next, payment of sundry expenses. Next, payment of penalty for failure of purchase goods.